Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to another video. So I've been using the UMIDIGI A15, and so after one full month of using this device, I have gathered my thoughts about this device and what I think. And so far, I wanted to share my opinions with you about this device, and I wanted to go over like the battery life as well as the cameras, the overall quality of the phone, and as far as like how it feels in the hand and things to that extent. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So I really enjoyed the UMIDIGI A15 after 1 month. What I really like is that they do include a case so you can actually protect it. Not only the case is included, but you will get additional things inside of the box, which will help out with the overall experience as well. So they do give you the 20 watts fast charger, which is actually included inside of the boxes as well. And so that's going to help out when it comes to charging this thing up, whether it be like in the morning when you're getting ready for work, or at the end of the day when you're plugging it up and getting ready for bed. You won't really have to worry about this device taking too long to charge, because it will take a little bit less than 2 hours, but it's actually a really decent experience when it comes to the overall charging speeds. So on the right side of the device, you're getting your volume rocker with the power button beneath it, which is going to be your fingerprint sensor as well. At the top of the device, you're getting a 3.5mm headphone jack as well as a microphone. On the left hand side of the device, you're getting your dedicated multi-function button as well as your SIM removal tray, which is going to give you the ability to input a SIM card as well as external storage. And then on the bottom, you're getting your microphone as well as the Type-C charging cable, and finally your single firing speaker. So as far as the overall feel in the hand, it has a really nice body. So the sides are completely flat, but the edges are rounded. And so it has a really nice flat display, as well as a, matted back to it, which is actually really nice. And what I really enjoy was the feel in the hand, because the sides are flat. So when you're holding it in the hand, it's very easy to grip. And so you can do multitasking. You can also do the option to do one-handed operation, which is going to give you the ability to easily access the top of the phone without actually adjusting it in your hand to reach the top. So that's definitely going to be really good when it comes to the user experience. Now, this thing features a triple camera setup as well as facial recognition. And so the fingerprint scanner was fast, as well as the actual facial recognition. Now, when I took this thing outside and I was taking video with it, in the broad daylight, when it came to the overall video, it did manage to actually capture some really good quality. And so for a budget device, this is going to actually be impressive quality. So let's just talk about the cameras in a little bit, but we're going to jump back into them later in the video, so make sure you stay locked in. So this thing will feature a 2-megapixel macro camera, a 64-megapixel main camera, and an 8-megapixel wide angle camera. And then on the front, you're actually getting the 16-megapixel camera as well. And so when it came to recording video, this thing did do a pretty good job of actually recording while I was walking. When I was zoomed in at 3 times right here, you can see that it did look a little bit shaky because it was at the zoom in mode. However, when I zoomed back out, I noticed that it was able to keep a steady frame. And so I was really impressed with the overall stability when it came to using this camera. The colors and the detail looked really good. It also had a really nice depth of field as well, and so it gave you some pretty good range as well. So at 10 times zoom, it was capable of zooming in at a far distance. However, 3 times zoom would probably be your best bet if you wanted to get the best detail. So when it came to actually focusing in on objects and just recording them with holding the camera in the hand, I did notice that the colors were very accurate. I also did notice that it did have some really good focus as well. And so I was pretty impressed with the overall quality on the rear facing camera. Now, when it comes to the 16-megapixel front facing camera, I noticed that it did give, my face, a little bit of saturation. So it gave it like a more of a, warm tone. And so I could definitely say that recording outdoors in broad daylight, you're going to be very impressed when it comes to recording video on the front as well as the rear when it comes to using this camera. And so I could honestly say that for this price, this camera actually, kind of impressed me for the money. So you were getting some nighttime photography that this thing was able to take some really good detail even at nighttime. Portraits actually came out good, and you got good edge detection as well. And so it managed to take some good detail even in low light settings. Broad daylight, it actually did excel when it came to taking photos. So I could definitely say that this triple camera setup was actually pretty nice for the UMIDIGI A15, okay? Now this device gives you 256 gigabytes of internal storage with 8 gigabytes of RAM. You could also give yourself virtual expansion of the RAM when it comes to the virtual memory, making it actually 16 gigabytes altogether. And so you're getting for the graphics the Mali G57 MP1 with the Unisoc Tiger T616, which is actually going to perform pretty decently when you're, playing games. You could even, and so I didn't really experience any headaches when it came to gaming, especially because it had that really nice memory that was going to give it really good performance as well. And so when it comes to the panel, actually an LCD IPS 20:9 720 by 1600 HD plus display, which is going to bring 262 pixels per inch, which is actually a medium density display. Now this thing peaks at 500 nits brightness, which is pretty decent for the price. And so you could use it in outdoors situations most of the time without any worries or headaches. And so I was able to get through a whole day. I was able to get really good performance. And so as far as the pictures and the video, I was also pretty impressed with some of the, quality that it was able to. Quick solid. If you're still here, just type down below, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm. Okay. So I definitely like the cameras. This thing also does have 256 gigabytes. You could take as many pictures and photos as your heart desires without having to worry about running out of storage. But it's also compatible with the SD card slot as well for storage that you can get up to 1 terabyte. And so it has the 20 watts fast charging. The low light shots are, every now and then you will get a dud, but they do take some pretty decent nighttime photography with the night mode. You will get some pretty decent performance on here. So it has that 2 megapixel macro, which I really don't use, but it does have electronic image stabilization. Now the display is really nice on here. It's not the brightest in the world. It has at 500 nits, but it manages to, be visible no matter what environment you put it in. And so I was using this thing for when I was in my car with the GPS. I was also using it for web browsing, shopping, multimedia, just messing around, text messaging, things of that sort. And so it was solid when it came to using this thing as a daily driver. So I've been really enjoying the experience. 8 gigabytes of RAM coupled with the virtual memory that you could throw on top of there. And then you just get the gyroscope, the compass, the accelerometer, everything, you know what I'm saying? So it was able to game really well. The only thing it didn't have was that LED light, right? But the other thing is that it does offer you, a pretty good user experience as well. So the downside is that you won't get software updates on here long term, which is a problem for a lot of budget devices because they make you buy the next year's model instead of downloading the update or whatever. But I definitely think that this device is solid as far as right now. It will get patches for software support. But let me know what you guys think about the A15 in the comment section and hit the like button. And I just want to remind you to type I'm still here so I know you're still kicking with me and rocking with me. And I want to check you guys later. Later, crew. Peace.